We're here today to celebrate American manufacturing. We're going to bring back Made in the USA. Made in the USA, Made in America, both pretty good.
To kick off his Made in America push.
When we think of Made in America, we remember our manufacturing heritage. And we think of the jobs that all of those wonderful inventions brought. But those cities have fundamentally changed. The work that they do is different, and for apparel, it has gone to a workforce that is vulnerable and can be exploited. And that is different than what we imagine when we think of Made in America. All of these things that we imagine that could happen overseas can happen here, and they do. You walk into a factory in LA today, you're going to see men and women hunched over and pushing the clothing under the needle. Any woman that I look at, she's definitely doing this for her family. She is providing income that they need. They're mostly from Latin America and Mexico, and there are some Asian populations. They face a lot of challenges here. I'm likely to see someone who's not getting minimum wage, and they're going to be paid in cash to avoid tax obligations for the owner, and it's a very vulnerable type of environment.
My name is Jenny, originally from Indonesia. I love this work. My mom is tailor, my father is tailor. My grandfather is tailor, so I grew up with the machine. I left one kid in my country. I left him in 2 weeks to survive because I don't have partner, so I have to write sing this. I'm sorry. Yeah. He know me because I never see him before. I'm sorry. The first time I worked, I was at hot garment factory. The factory, they don't have lamp, they don't have tissue in the bathroom, nothing. Just doing worker how fast you can. Every week she pay me 125. I don't know my rights. I don't know nothing.
I remember when I first started doing this in the 90s, and I was being trained, and we were going into several factories a day in LA. We would walk in, and I watched my colleague walk down the aisle of sewing machines and touch the empty machines to see if they were warm, so she would know if people had left when we walked in. And I think that really opened my eyes to the idea that whatever you see, there could be so much more.
The factory, they are paying me different price with the other workers because I cannot communication with the other workers. So the lady was cheating on me a long time. I feel sad and angry, but in the same time, I can do nothing. I don't have any power.
Made in the US, made in LA, there's a very dangerous assumption that it's made ethically, it's made legally. It's hard for people to conceive that literally right down the street, people are working in sweatshop conditions, but we really need to highlight that problem and we need to clean this up. I didn't fully understand when I started this business that clothes were actually made by people. I really kind of thought there was an automated aspect to it. When I buy a tank top in the store, most people don't stop and think, oh, there's actually a person behind this.
I've been in the business about 10 years now, all in Los Angeles. So I've seen some developments with fast fashion. When it starts with the customer, it's part of a whole big system where people are not making a ton of cash themselves, but they are programmed in our consumer society to want. And they can have it at H&M or at Zara for, under 20 bucks. There's pressures. There is extreme price pressures on the industry thanks to the influx of cheap goods on the market, effectively, and cute cheap goods. They're not quality, perhaps, but that's what a lot of girls just want to wear it that once or twice, and it was already on my Instagram, so I can't wear it again, There is a cost to that.
If you're, consistently paying near nothing for your clothes, you need to stop and think, is somebody getting abused or taken advantage for my price point to be so low?
The ethically made garment is, generally speaking, of higher quality, first things first, so it's gonna feel better, gonna look better, gonna wear better for longer. You also know that the people involved in the supply chain and the making of that garment were paid a living wage.
I was working in another place in LA, but different. They press you too much pressing. They want more quantities, they want more production. They don't pay well, but here it's different.
We have a culture here, and it's, well lit and well ventilated, and they have a nice break room, and we know each other and things like that. These other big corporate companies are totally profit driven, and if they say it can't be done responsibly, that's a lie. It is all possible. That's how we've grown to this point. Because we believe in the cause.
It's not only work, or it's not only give me production, give me more of this. No, it's people can feel comfortable to work, and if they are comfortable, they're happy. I think everybody's happy to work with us here at the groceries. Nobody wants to leave. We're a family here.
The thing, honestly, I'm most proud of is walking in here and seeing these employees. It really is the human impact that I am most proud of.
Yenny came to us through a referral. She's a lovely person. She has a great attitude. She's very talented. And as I got a little bit more familiarity with her and got to know her a little bit more, she shared her story of coming from a really negative experience.
Garment worker is high-skilled workers. Not everyone can do it. For me, it's like beauty, like art. I want to make spectacular fashion for Lady Gaga. I think she won't wear it.
My team gives me their all every day they come to work. It's just a matter of investing in the people. I'm proud of this business as we are now, but I feel like we have a lot of room. So in the next year, we're rolling out a worker ownership model where my team will be my partners. By having them be owners with me, it kind of shows the ultimate transparency. And I think that transparency is really key to solving a lot of these issues.
We can't ever stop trying to understand how our goods are being made and what our supply chains look like.
A lot of fashion customers, they don't want to know a story. They don't want to know process, production, and everything. Oh, I don't care about that. I want the cheap clothing. But I was a victim until this place. I'm a survivor right now.
As a consumer and to other consumers, I would want to say, your voice is really important. We can support Made in America, but we want to know that they have challenged that part of their supply chain. We need buyers to be committed to purchasing responsibly.
I think if we help people to understand the issues with fast fashion, we can help people to ask imperative questions about where are my clothes made, how are the people treated. It's so important that we get to that point.
Labor is not a liability. It's something that you need to cultivate and care for. Whether I'm talking to a young woman sewer in India or I'm talking to an older man here sewing in LA, they really do want the same thing. They want to be able to work with dignity. We all want that.